Alright everyone, what's going on? It's Bakari, and welcome to this Oregon Tour finale. So in this episode of Aerial Tour Oregon, episode 4, we're going to depart Ashland, which is pretty much like the border city between Oregon and California on Interstate 5. It's like the last city you pass through, and then you go through a few bends, and then you're in California. And so yeah, that's where Ashland is. Now we could go to California, but I just don't feel like it. So we're not going to go to California. We will do that another time. I do want to cut down on the XPlane live streams because I'm kind of getting tired of XPlane and stuff. But yeah. Anyway, we're going to. It's a shorter leg than the last two because. Obviously, the first one was kind of short. The first leg was actually kind of short. Let me just make sure this is... Yeah, alright. Because the first leg was short. The one between Portland and... Hold on. I actually want to kind of showcase the aircraft a little bit. What a beauty. What a literal beauty. It's literally a Cessna, but, you know, beauty is subjective. Because the first one down to Portland to Glenadin Beach was pretty easy. Glenadin Beach to Bend was kind of difficult. Bend to Ashland was a piece of cake, but Bend to Ashland was hard, but it was a piece of cake trip. So, and now we're doing Ashland to Gold Coast. Because that's just where I just want to end on the coast somewhere. So, yeah, and behind us are the mountains that we crossed last time to get in. We came over these mountains, made a turn, and came into the... can we get a view of the runway? There we go. Yeah, we came in that runway there. So, yeah, we're going to, what is it? But, yeah, one last look at Ashland, and then we're going to start heading out. It's been a good tour of Oregon. Oregon is a beautiful state, and, I do recommend traveling to Oregon, but not right now, because we're trying to slow down COVID-19, so don't go here just yet, but I do suggest that once COVID-19 dies down and you're able to, you're able to get down, depending on, how far you are. If you're on the West Coast, definitely, or you've probably been to Oregon, but if you're near Oregon or closer to Oregon than I am, which I'm on the East Coast, so I've only been to Oregon once in my life, and that was just this year because I was able to go. I would recommend going when you can. Not right now, of course, but when you get the time, I do recommend you go to this state. But yeah, we're going to say goodbye to Ashland. It's been good being at this airport, but we have to... Wait a second. Wait, that's just because I haven't turned on the avionics yet. Alright. So, I'm going to clear this flight plan. We have to go into... flight plan, then I have to go menu, and then I have to click delete flight plan. And then... So this is going to be an easy flight plan, actually, because it's only like one waypoint. And yeah, during this, I'm just going to talk a little bit more about the virus because it's kind of important. I think it's important to just talk about it. If you guys, even if, not a lot of people are watching, I do still like to talk for those because I am aware that, even though my live streams are pretty long, oof, Italy. You don't want to go there right now. You do not want to go to Italy right now. I've only been to Italy like once. I haven't been back since, and that's just because I haven't been to Europe in years. Since I was, like, really young. And I'm not going back anytime soon with this. Alright, so we're only doing one waypoint. It's Conley. And then the code for Gold Coast is 4S 1. Gold Beach Municipal. What are the other ones? Some other Northwest fields. Oregon Sky Ranch. And that's Portland. So that's another Portland airport. But I wanted to start at the international airport. I have to go into protocol VNav, and then I can... There we go. Alright. So, what are we waiting for? Let's... Oh, I also wanted to fly over, like, Ashland Airport. Just give me a sec. I'm going to... What is it? Airspace... Yep, there it is. And it's working, right? Okay, thank God. Can't fly in real life? You fly here. Wow, there are 3 people at Los Angeles. Actually, there's 2. It looked like 3. It looks like 3, doesn't it? I swear to God. No, it looks like this is a plane, and it looks like there's another plane there. It looks like this, and that's 2 separate. And we got some guy down by Ukiah, but we are more focused on us up here in Ashland. I wanted to pass over downtown Ashland because every time we've stopped somewhere I wanted to look at, like we stopped by Depot Bay, and then we got to see Pilot Butte, and now I want to fly over Ashland Center City. That's so why did I just call it Center City? That's like such a European way to call it. So basically, that's B in first, that's in center. I'm going to head down to this part, which is going to be kind of a turn, and then we're going to start heading over where we got to go. So let's not delay anymore. Let us get this show on the road. So we are actually at the fuel pump right here. This is where we just got our fuel. Alright, well, let's stop wasting this damn fuel. Let's get out of here. Oh, that is not to turn off the brake. Alright, brakes off. Let's get going. So basically, during this, I do want to talk a bit more about COVID-19 throughout this trip. As you know, I've been talking a lot about COVID-19 during my flying trips because generally my flight sim and truck sim live streams are the only time I'm really get a chance to like talk about stuff, because it's just easy for me to talk about stuff and fly or drive at the same time. Whereas, when I'm playing like GTA or Siege, or if I'm playing Roblox with Kev, which I haven't done in a while. Kev and I were actually planning on doing it this week. We actually did. We actually played a couple games, but he'll only play Roblox and Minecraft, but I refuse to play Minecraft. Well, not that I don't like... It's not that I don't like Minecraft, okay? Minecraft, I thought was an interesting game. The only reason... I don't think it's worth the money to buy it. That's all. I think it's way too overpriced for that kind of game. I feel like that game should be... if it was maybe like $20... I'd probably get it, but it's freaking $30. I'm not paying $30 for a game I'm never gonna play. $20 is like the limit for a game that I'm not gonna play. Like, okay, I paid $15 for my summer car, and I don't play it anymore and stuff. Hold on. Actually, we'll talk about that in a sec. I'm gonna take off, and then as soon as we take off, I'm gonna talk about my plan. I'm not... Normally when I take off, I like leave it for a few seconds, but this time I'm going to take off and then I'm just going to start talking. So I'm going to put volume up so that you guys can get the full audio for the takeoff, and then I'm going to get right to talking. Here we go. Okay, thank you guys for that. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright. I'm not sure. Which direction are we supposed to go now to get to downtown Ashland? So we just need to basically make... What is it, like... So just like... Okay, I see what we gotta do. Alright, so we have to... that direction. Alright, that's I-5. Hold on, because, you know, at the speed that we're going, we're probably going to miss it. Yeah, see what I mean? We're already not turning far enough. So basically, I'm just going to make, like, another turn. I'm going to slow down the aircraft, because I want to go see Ashland a little bit. Alright, that should be enough. That's... Okay, I see it. I see what we gotta do. So see, we turned a bit too much. See what I mean? Ashland's kind of underwhelming though. Alright, so now what I do is I basically go here, I click activate, and then I go back, and then it tells me exactly where to go. Which is just along this line here. And then we zoom all the way in, so that we're as accurate as possible when we're flying. Alright, so remember what I said I was going to talk about my summer car? Oh yeah, that's... So, for example, I paid $15 for my summer car, alright? It was a very simple game, you know, it was worth the $15. You know, I played it, I had some fun, and a few months later I kind of stopped playing it. Alright, full throttle because we're going through the mountains here. After a couple months, I just got bored of it. I just kept dying. It wasn't that I just kept dying, it was just the process. It was just, I don't know. It was basically like Life Simulator, my summer car. It's like you play, you know, you go, you drive a lot. It feels like America. You're always in the car going, or you're in your van or your car going somewhere. It's just so annoying. You know, I'm an American and I'm bored of playing a game where you're stuck in a car all the time. And I play GTA. So I should not be bored of sitting in a car all the time. Because in GTA, you are always in your damn car. Like, 85% of the time, you're in a car. Or in a vehicle, or in just something. Okay, in GTA, you're never, standstill. So for my summer car to be the same way, and there's no action to it. It's like, real life is real life. You're supposed to separate the best way to be like, have fun is when you separate real life from, I'm gonna hit these trees. Well, yes, but actually, nah, that meme doesn't really apply there. It was basically Life Simulator, And the thing that you're supposed, and the psychologists say that the best way is to separate, real life, and if something's so similar to real life, and you just keep, and it's like not even always real life. It's like you get trolled, you get trampled by random drunk people. It was like, it was just so weird. All right, like I got tired of it, and they weren't updating that much. Every few weeks there'd be, we just added some random another guy. We added a guy, he does stuff. Okay. It just didn't appeal to me. Maybe it'll appeal to me once I get, older and stuff, but right now it's just not appealing to me. I kind of need that excitement to, like, because right now, like, my brain's developing a lot, so I need, like, that excitement to, like, stimulate my brain while it's functioning. So, once I'm in my late 20s, early 30s, my brain's not going to be developing anymore, so I'm not going to need a lot of stimuli to be entertained. All I'm going to need is, a friend and, I don't know. Right now I need excitement. I need, like, something to focus on. And right now, even though I'm playing such a boring game, I'm able to kind of concentrate on talking. That's stimulating, And speaking of that, I gotta see if anyone joined the live stream so far, because, well, I've been doing a bad job at seeing if anyone's on the live stream. No one's on. Alright, good. So we can keep talking about stuff. Maybe you guys will peek in. I don't know. But yeah, so... And anyway, we were going to talk about COVID-19, right? So... And there's a problem with COVID-19 that everyone's just kind of ignoring. And the problem isn't, the problem is not that, oh my god, I'm going to get the virus. Oh my god. No. That's not the point. Okay? It's your part to not get the virus so that you can help everyone else. Because the thing about COVID-19 is you don't know if you have the virus till, like, almost a week after you get it. So you can get infected with the virus and you don't know for 6 days, and you go around interacting with people because you're, because, you don't give a crap and you're just going to go talk to people. I mean, it's not bad. Okay, look. It's not bad to go out and it's bad to go out for, like, unnecessary reasons. Like, oh, I'm just going to take, I'm just going to go and meet up with friends for no reason. Or, I'm just going to meet up with a friend just because I'm bored. And it's like, okay, I'm not, saying that, because of COVID-19, I need to just stop people from hanging out. But if you guys are just like, oh, I'm so bored, let's hang out. No, you should hang out because you want to hang out, not because you're bored. That's what I mean. Don't just be hanging out because, like, you're off from school. Hang out as if you, had, as if you had school or work. Try hanging out in the evenings. Or maybe not in the evenings because they want you to stay inside at night or something. Because I don't know why. Is it because it's colder at night and it's better? I don't know. That's probably not why. That's just, I don't know. But anyway, so that's the thing, and it might, seem so sudden, like, oh my god, everyone's closing out, oh my god. Well, first off, these closures have been happening for, like, the last week, okay? I think it was ever since, like, Tuesday or Wednesday of last week, everything's starting closing down. So, it's not like it was sudden. It's like, yeah, a lot of things are closing down, but it wasn't like, oh yeah, so, today's Thursday, March 12th, and everything's closed down today. Oh yeah, it wasn't like that. It was like a lot of things. It was gradual, but it was sudden, but it wasn't like all at once, And everyone's acting like, oh my god, this is all happening all at once. Oh my god, I'm so scared, I'm so scared, I'm so scared. It's like, don't freaking worry. I just realized we only have like 60 nautical miles to go before we actually get down there. And, the reason why it's so sudden is this has been tested, it's shown that it's worked. So, an example that's been used, a few times, recently in like a lot of, is during the Spanish flu. So the Spanish flu obviously was something that happened, well, not obviously, but now that, we know about it, we talk about it because, coronavirus happened, 102 years later. But basically, was in the Spanish flu, two cities took very different actions. Philadelphia and St. Louis. Philadelphia didn't give a crap and just decided, you know what, we're just gonna go ahead and not shut. We're not gonna do anything about it. And there happened to be a parade right around the corner for Philadelphia. I think it was. I'm not sure what kind of parade it was. But, obviously since Philadelphia didn't give a crap about anything else, they were like, well, nope, we're not going to do anything about it. So they let it, they held the parade, and then, like, thousands of people got sick. Hundreds of thousands of people got sick. Because some Philadelphia officials decided, you know what, let's go on with it. Whereas St. Louis took a very different approach. They started shutting everything down. I think there was also supposed to be a parade in St. Louis, but they shut that down, unlike Philadelphia. And, well, guess what? Hundreds of thousands of people died in Philadelphia. Very few people died. Fewer people died in St. Louis. Obviously, it was a lot of people in St. Louis because, like, the flu is more deadly than coronavirus, but it's less contagious. So if you get it, you're probably gonna die. Well, the Spanish flu, that is. Nowadays, the flu, you just get treated. Now, obviously, there's a vaccine, which, I mean, I do believe in some, controversial things about the flu vaccine, but I'm not going to talk about it because I know there are people watching this that believe in the flu vaccine, and they should believe in it, because I do believe that if you believe that it's going to help you, then it's going to. It's not going to cause you any harm. Now, what I don't get is why I'm hearing more cases of the flu. I'm hearing more things about the flu now that, coronavirus, and everyone's talking about the flu. Like, one of my friends had the flu, and she was out sick for, like, 3 or 4 weeks. She missed, like, all of exams, and, now she doesn't have to worry because now school's out and stuff, so now she can finally relax after all that, stress. But, and then, someone else I knew got sick. So it's like, well, with the flu. So it's like, why are we finding more cases of the flu now? And, well, simple, because we're bringing them up. It was the same cases with, it was the same reason that, when, obviously when Trump was running for president, all those, women stepped forward and, were talking about how he, how he partook in, sexual harassment with them. So, I mean, he sexually harassed them or whatnot. And obviously that is because, they brought it up because it was election time, and that stuff obviously, could have affected his presidency. It obviously didn't because he's in the office now, but, that, it did, I mean, it didn't affect him becoming president. It just, it still affected, like, people who were, planning on voting for him and stuff, so. And there was obviously controversy about Hillary Clinton too, but it was mainly about how they believed that the fact that she stayed with her husband after she found out that he was, engaging in other sexual, like, things, they called her, like, they said that she was, like, that she just didn't care, that was, like, not good. And it's like, I don't know. I don't really have an answer for, whether or not that's a good choice on, Hillary Clinton because, love does a lot of things to people, okay? And I'm not trying to be biased against Trump or anything. I'm just trying to state the facts because right now we're saying that, Donald Trump and Bill Clinton both, performed actions of sexual harassment. Okay? Hillary Clinton was never a part of this. And this isn't about feminism this isn't about feminism or anything, okay? And it's like, okay, well, and it's, her staying with, a guy that, her staying with a certain, person doesn't make her, like, unable to be, president or to take action or anything. So we can't be blaming, her husband's actions for her ability to run a country. If you want to blame, if you want to say that she can't, she couldn't have been president, you have to look at the political things. Like, you have to look at, her opinions, like the raising of taxes or whatever it was. Well, then again, Trump's raising our taxes too, but no one talks about that. Other than that, though, it's like, you can't, it's really bad to compare two people to the same thing. Like, don't compare, everyone's got strengths and weaknesses, but just because Trump's getting called out for, sexual harassment doesn't mean we should be calling out anyone else. Now, of course, that's, the same thing with, but of course, then again, that does apply to, our military spending and all that, which I don't agree with all of our money being spent on military. I feel like there should be a limit. But I'm not going to get into that because I'm not exactly too educated on that matter. Anyway, we've flown a lot, and I want to stop talking because I don't want to make myself sound stupid because I'm really bad with politics. I'm just not good at. I'm just not very good at talking about politics because I just don't really pay attention that much. So I don't really ever know a lot. So I'm just looking at where we passed over. So we basically passed over, this was the Applegate River. We're in now Josephine County. It's a weird, I thought it was an F in there, but no, there's no. And now we're flying over here. Obviously, we still got some mountains to go, and then we're going to get to Gold Coast, which is up here. Or Gold Beach. That's Gold Beach, not Gold Coast. Oh, damn it. Gold Beach. Gold Coast. Oh, my God. I just see loads of politics there. Gold Coast, yep. Look, you see all these politics. Look, what was it? Something about Biden? Let's talk about that, because I think I could kind of talk about that a little bit. So they're saying that if Biden wins, that... So the problem is a lot of people are suggesting that if Biden wins the primary, that the Democrats are going to lose to Trump in 2020. And I'm not exactly sure why that is. I think it's just because of I think it's because of Biden's history with I forget what happened, but it was I don't even think it was that big of a thing. I think it was all like a misunderstanding of something that Biden did in like the mid-70s or something, and it's holding him back from doing things. No, I'm not exactly sure. Don't worry about that, by the way. I'm not exactly sure, who they're suggesting should be, the Democratic primary winner if the Democrats obviously want to win. Because, Trump doesn't have to compete in a primary. He is already he's already, confirmed to be on the ballot for next year. He is not confirmed to be president, though. That's all dependent on the Democrats and how the Democrats, can outsmart the Republicans. And well, we've already seen what's going to happen if Trump stays as president. Obviously, there's going to be more military funding. He's going to try to continue building the wall. There's obviously rumors about other things, but I won't get into them because I'm not qualified to go into that. But just in general, there's just... Lesson learned, I'm not good at talking about politics. Let's talk about COVID-19 again, because I could go on and go on about, about what Mark Rubio said and all that. I'm not going into that, all right, because I'm just bad at this stuff, and I just don't want to make anyone angry or whatnot, because I'm not good at talking about politics, so I just don't want to make anything worse. So let's talk about, so obviously there is something that even I have kind of overlooked with this whole coronavirus thing, and it's exponential growth. And it seems kind of relevant because this is the last thing I was learning in math. It was literally what I was learning in math the day before schools closed, was exponential growth. And unfortunately, though, a lot of people in my class obviously aren't understanding exponential growth because we've only had one class on it, and and there was a sub the last class, so... And I kind of understand it better because I took Algebra 1 twice. Actually, I took both algebras twice. So I took it first in 8th grade, and I failed it because my teacher wasn't a good teacher, and I ended up getting a 65. And then I retook Algebra 1 in freshman year, and I retook Algebra 2 in and I'm retaking Algebra 2 this year, and so far I have a 90 average this year. I finished with like a 94 average in Algebra 1, so I'm obviously doing fine. But yeah, enough about me. Let's talk about exponential growth. So what a lot of people are failing to realize, and it's even something I've kind of overlooked because I'm not too good at exponential. I'm not good at exponents either, okay? But exponents are kind of scary. Because let's say let's just say that, because every time, in an exponential function, it multiplies by a certain number every time. So every time a value increases. So let's take the number 2, for example, and let's multiply 2 by 2. Okay, that's 4. Let's multiply 4 by 2 again. We get 8. Let's multiply it by 2. 16. We keep this going. 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2048. That's a game, by the way. And what is it? What is the next one? It's what is it? 5,090? No, it's 4,096. And then I'm not sure what. I'm not sure about the rest, but you get the idea. Things increase quickly. Okay, and that's the whole thing about exponential. Now that's obviously multiplying by 2. But what about if we do 3? Well, that's just cubing things. And you know, it's the same thing. It's still exponents. You know, it's like, well, what's 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is 81. 81 times 3 is, what is it? Oh my god, I forget. It's 200. It's 243. And then you multiply that by 3 again. And I forget what that number is. But you get the idea. Okay? It'd be what? 720. It'd be what? 729? Yeah, 729. And then multiply that by 3 again, and it's 72 times 3 is 216, I think. Please kill me if I'm wrong. Don't kill me if I'm wrong. Don't. I'm not that big of a perfectionist. So it'd be like 2180 something. You know, don't even get me started on 4, okay? That's the thing. We don't want that to happen. We want to slow. Now, right now, it's exponential growth, right? The amount of coronavirus cases is exponential. But we want to turn that exponent, we want to turn this exponential growth into quadratic growth. Or at least like quartic growth or whatever. Or not. No, it'd be quadratic. It'd be quadratic because it would be quadratic because it'd be squared. We're not fourthing anything or anything. We want to change that exponential growth into parabolic growth. There we go. Yes, my math skills coming in there. Okay. Yeah, I don't need you, Algebra 2 teacher. I got this. Actually, I do need my algebra. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm overreacting, okay? I haven't talked to anyone in like freaking a week, so just get over it, okay? I'm just losing my mind here. I'm losing my mind slowly. And well, so yeah, we need to change this exponential growth into parabolic growth. How are we going to do that? Slow infections. Eventually, the virus is going to get so out of hand that it's going to have a bigger chance of interacting with someone who's already sick than interacting with new healthy people. Because healthy people, you know, they'll be, you know, being clean, staying indoors. Eventually, you know, the virus isn't going to have anyone else to infect, and eventually it's going to get cured. The virus is going to get almost entirely eradicated. There'll still be a few people with it, but it will not be as bad. And obviously, and there's obviously, you know, thinking about, well, is there going to be a type of coronavirus, or, well, we'll just call it corona, because it's, well, I don't know. Now, I think, because, you know, the Spanish flu happened in 1918, and now, you know, people still get the flu. It's not the same strain of flu, but it's still the flu nonetheless. You know, is there going to be a strain of coronavirus that's going to be seasonal, like it's going to pop up in March and disappear? Okay, maybe no, it's not going to disappear. It's going to appear in the cold weather. It's going to be like the flu. You know, it's going to infect in the colder months, and then in the summer it's going to die off. That's basically how these, you know, is there going to, okay, I'm going in circles here. Is coronavirus going to become like the flu, where it becomes a seasonal thing? Well, I haven't read up on it, but it is a possibility that coronavirus will become like the flu, and it will infect people seasonally, and obviously it's, people die from the flu, people die of coronavirus, you know, or people are dying of coronavirus. There's people dying from it as we speak, or as I speak, as you listen, as you're watching this, unless you're watching this in like August of 2020 or August of any year, because then it won't be as infectious then, unless you live in South America or southern hemisphere. So yeah, that's what we want to do, right? We want to eventually get to the point where so many people are, well, we don't want a lot of people to get infected. We want the people that aren't infected to not go around people that are infected and not crowd up the hospitals so the hospitals can take care of people and all that. We don't care how many people die. Well, we do care how many people die. We want the fewest amount of people to die and get infected, or get infected because getting infected leads to death. We want the least amount of people to get infected, and then we want to almost kill up the virus. Now, keep in mind, exponential growth, right? Exponential growth. Exponents never get to zero. It's called an asymptote. They don't hit zero. So there will always be like one person that has the coronavirus. There will always be one or two people. There will always be a few people that have the coronavirus. From now until the end of history, human history, always be one person that has the coronavirus, or one person that has the flu, whether it's in the southern hemisphere or northern hemisphere. There will always be one person. There's always one person with Ebola. There's always one person with the measles, or with smallpox, chickenpox, whatever. Speaking of chickenpox, back when I was a kid, the experts would always say, you're likely to get chickenpox one time in your life, but that's just not true anymore. They obviously, I don't know anymore, because I always heard that when I was 6 or 7, but I just haven't heard that, in like years, that you'll get chickenpox once in your life. And, well, they're saying that about coronavirus, too. Like, you're likely to get coronavirus one time in your life. May not be this strain. Maybe next strain. Maybe in, 13 strains. I don't know. Like how you're likely to get the flu, you're likely to get chickenpox, you're likely to get coronavirus. It's the same thing. Like, if you don't get coronavirus this time, you're going to get it at some point in your life, most likely. And if you don't, you are some superhuman being and, all that, apparently, because you apparently do not get diseases that all other humans get. So as we come into our final leg of the Oregon tour, I am going to check on our progress here. So we basically flew all over $8 Mountain Botanical Area and along near the Chetco River, along this trail here, that's Josephine County and Curry County border. As we come in towards out towards the coast. I'm going to start turning soon because it is starting to get time, but yeah. So I'm going to start turning in this direction. Actually, hold on, let me look at the map again. Actually, I really don't need that much distance, actually. Alright, that's okay, perfect. Now we're going to hide this so I don't get distracted by it. So yeah, basically math is a lot of things. Math is important. Stay in school, well, not for coronavirus, but be educated is the lesson, it's not about having to do online school, not being able to see your friends. It's not about, oh my god, prom's getting canceled. It's about just it's just about, it's just about efficiency, ethics, all that stuff. It's not just about you, or just about me, or just about all your friends. It's easy to get distracted by that because, of course, we do live in a pretty self-centered, environment, and I can't say that I'm not guilty of self-centeredness. Obviously, when this virus started, I obviously started freaking out because it was sudden. It wasn't all at once, like I said, but it was, a suddenness, and I was very concerned for, my own well-being. But in the end, when you think about it, we're doing the right thing by not going to school, not going to work, things closed, bars closing at 8, all that stuff. We're doing the right thing. And in the long run, it's okay. We're going to be fine in the long run. Obviously, it's going to be at least 2 months of just not necessarily panic, but it's going to be 2 months of caution. I'd say that this will, at the rate we're going, this is probably going to, because do keep in mind, because the thing about exponential growth is that it's so rapid that, you don't realize, because let's say, you have a petri dish of bacteria, you have a petri dish of bacteria, and the bacteria can multiply and fill the entire dish in 3 days. But the thing, and 72 hours. Meaning that actually, the petri dish won't be half full until, 71 hours. Or like 70 to 71 hours is when it will actually, be halfway full. And the way you figure that out is you have to okay, forget it, but you know what I mean? Like, at this point, since we're overreacting, we're almost at that point where where we're almost at the, the maximum value. If you know a parabola, like the maximum value, we're almost there. We're so close you can taste it. But we need to be cautious for at least like the next month, maybe 2 months. But I feel like by the end of May, beginning of June, this is all gonna go away. Because we're all keeping caution. I know you guys out there are doing your part to to help people get this, because there are people out here, they might be your grandparents, that they need your help most because they are the most vulnerable to this. Because my grandma actually just got a doctor's notice that she needs to, that she shouldn't see, me for a while, because obviously I'll get the virus and I'll be fine. But, I'll probably be fine because I'm healthy and I'm, I'm in the best years of my life. Well, they're supposed to be the best years, but I don't fully appreciate them because I'm a teen, and teens don't appreciate the best years of their life. Whereas, I could transmit it to my grandma, and then she gets it, and even though she's healthy for her age, she could die from it. She's got other health problems. Just because she's healthy and active doesn't mean she can't get it. And die from it. And obviously, because we're so self-centered, we're not going to realize anything's a problem until the people we care about the most start suffering from it. or until we see like our state getting our U.S. state or Canadian province or, you know, city in any other part of the world or country or whatnot starts getting cases. Then we start worrying. We worry too late, you know, because that's the thing about exponential growth, you know. It's, you know, you know, it's like, it's so slow at first because of that asymptote, but once you get down to the, you know, to the part where it's too late, it's too late. And so if you're having trouble with exponents in high school algebra 2, think about it this way. You know, imagine something not getting, you know, imagine something not filling up until the last minute. Imagine that, imagine, you know, a bacteria, a petri dish of bacteria, you know, being able to fill up in 72 hours, but not being half full until the 70th hour, you know, or the 71st hour. You have to divide 72 by 60. It's not going to be perfect, Sleeve. It's not going to be perfectly accurate, but, you know, that's the best way I can visualize just the problem with this virus. Is just, wait, is this airport, is that the airport right there? Okay, enough talking. That is not it. I don't know where it is, but that is not it. I think I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to follow this mountain a little bit. I gotta get a little bit lower, and I see it, I see it. It's over there. No, I see it now, I see it now. So, okay, I thought it was further. I mean, I thought it was closer. That's actually pretty good. I don't even need this anymore, because I see the runway, and I'm headed straight for it. Alright, so yeah, lesson learned. If you're having trouble with high school exponents, just think of that petri dish that, you know, it could fill up in 72 hours, but in the 70th, between the 70th and the 71st hour of those 72 hours, it's going to fill up. And that's not an it's going to be halfway full. Think about exponents that way, you will have a lot less trouble with exponents. Use coronavirus as, you know, as an example of, use it as an excuse to just learn it, figure it out, you know. Now, obviously, you don't have to do anything I'm telling you, you know. No one's forcing you to do anything. It's up to you. You have to decide. You have to decide what's good for you, what's worth your time. So, like, for example, for me, I don't struggle as much in math. So I don't see the value of me, you know, spending a lot of time, you know, reviewing exponents, because I feel like I understand it to enough of a point. Whereas, for example, I'm trying to get into, you know, music composing. I'm trying to see how it is, you know, composing music. So I feel like it's more worth it with this coronavirus to focus more on music theory and just teaching I'm trying to teach myself music theory, and it's not very easy, and that's what I'm trying to focus on. But for you, you need to focus on whatever you can focus on during that, and that would be my suggestion for you. You know, in this time, just find something productive to do with your time, and, you know, it's going to be all right. And as we come into this last stage of aerial Oregon tour. That's all I really have to say. Those are my last words in the air as we come in for an approach. Runway 34 at Gold Beach Airport. I thought that was a boat for a second, but nope, it's just cars. Comment below if you thought that was a boat too. Come on, get me past the hold short line, and then it's official. Welcome to Gold Beach. I don't know why I said this was Gold Coast. Gold Coast is a city in Australia. Which is probably one of the only cases that's really not getting a lot of coronavirus. Because, well, at least certain parts. The beach areas are kind of suffering from it. But everywhere else is kind of doing fine, actually. Now, where do I park? Here, at our final destination here. There's obviously nobody here to show, so I think I'm just gonna go to the fuel pump. Because, I mean, there's no one there. So I think I'll go claim that. So for the fuel pump, I think you're supposed to, well, which side is the fuel thing on this? There, I think it is this side. So I'm gonna pull up on this side, on the right side of it. No smoking. Well, at this time, that's pretty much common sense not to smoke near a fuel pump. But all right, I guess some people do need that. You know. For me, that's common sense though. Don't smoke near a fuel pump. All right. So we're here. Now I doubt there's services here though. Let me actually just turn the engines off and stuff here. At our final destination here. Did we get this on... we did. Okay, thank God. We got that landing on tape. Good. Oh, turn the engine off. Just stop wasting... That's what I try to do even when I'm, like, driving. I try to turn the engine off as soon as possible to waste, like... I mean, it doesn't really make a difference, but I feel like doing a little here, a little there will help in the long run. Which is basically the same thing as coronavirus. I'm going to link everything to coronavirus for, like, the next few, like, months. But like I said, coronavirus is likely to die out very soon. And that's not because it's getting warmer, simply just because... You know, we're freaking out about it only now, and that means that, you know, now that we're all of a sudden freaking out, you know, we're almost there. Not that it's going to happen in the next week or 2 or 3 weeks, but within the next, like, month and a half, I feel like end of April is a good goal. That's, like, the point where we not necessarily have to stop worrying, but once everything's going to kind of start to get better. And obviously, it is very coincidental that summer's going to kind of be the end. What flag is that? It doesn't say because that flag, there is no wind. Can we get some wind in here? She needs some wind. She needs some wind. All right, let's get some wind in here. It's a laminar research truck. Come on, I... Okay, 18 then. Okay, I don't know why that thing's not moving and stuff, but hey, we're here. That over there's 101 in the Rogue River just down there. And Gold Beach over here. And this is a very empty airport. We are the only plane here. Probably because the coronavirus shoot everyone, but nah, that's not why. This is August. And there's apparently a boat. A ship all the way out there. And, well, yeah, that's about all I have to say about that. But anyway, yeah, let's see our flight path for this part of the trip. So let's not forget to go into replay files. We flew over I-5 over here. Just a visual on that. And then we flew over Ashland. And then we started heading towards, excuse me again, out over the Applegate, down by Lake Selmick, Munger Creek, and then we started making that turn. Pistol River, everything's linked to guns here, I swear to God. And then we went around that little hill, and then we came around through into Gold Beach, and here we are. So yeah, we don't really need to have that open anymore. So yeah, let's pull up those replay files, shall we? I'm not going to pause the game this time because we're done here. Although I will pause the game just for like an official, like, we're done. But, like, otherwise, I'm just going to leave it. Like, this is... Okay, yeah. For an official, like, hey, we... Wait, no. Zoom. Toggle replay mode. Alright. Let's go to the beginning. And while that loads... Okay. Still need to load some things, though. Come on, I want to see the takeoff. I know it's not 10:52 anymore. Alright, don't forget volume's going up for this, and we're going in the back for this too. And remember, like I said, I like the right side. Alright? I do like the right side. I don't know why. I think it's because I don't know. Alright. Alright, volume going up. Let's go. Let's do this takeoff. Go back. Alright, that was takeoff. Now let's go into the landing. We don't need to see like the actual like takeoff because I already know that the takeoff was. I mean, I'll show it to you. Like, I'll show you like the actual like. All right, this is us on. Let's not do like final approach. Let's go like a little bit higher. All right, let's go from now. You guys don't need a big volume boost. Takeoff is the big moment where you just want to hear that. But right now, you really don't. Doesn't matter. The vehicles are still anyway, so it doesn't matter whether you pause it or not. Of course, that car's moving though. Those are moving too, but that truck isn't moving. Right. And then I tried to stop in time for this ramp, but then I gave up. Alright, let's go back. I want to see us like actually like touching down, and I want to see it from like far, not like afar, but like just maybe from like here or something. I want to see it. Hold on, I'm gonna go a little bit over here. There we go. All right. Alright, let's see it. Let's see her. It was off center, but at least we actually touched the runway. Alright, let's actually go back to takeoff. And let's actually like see takeoff from like. Okay, let's go a bit farther back. All right, that's actually perfect. Let's see takeoff from here. There goes the plane. This was takeoff. I don't know. I thought you guys might want to see takeoff. I missed it because this damn bug with the... Let's go. Oh, shoot. We actually missed the part where we actually go airborne. And there we go. And there we go. There we went. There we continued. And then we turned a little more. Went over the high, went over Interstate 5. Oh, and then we just basically, yeah, we just made a turn like that. We curved, we went over the city of Ashland, and then we just kind of... Did we disappear, really, or... We kept going towards that mountain. Oh, no, but I'm guessing we, Because, like, it looks like we basically just scaled that thing. Oh, my God, oh, that was close. That looks close, but it probably wasn't even that close. And then we, like, came above that. Because at that point, we're still, like, not above it, really. And then we're still, like, pretty high up. And, like, we were still, like, moving. We're still, like... And I think this was when I, like, actually started, like, moving quicker. Does he ever, like, disappear? Oh, nope, there he went. Yep. And that's it. Now let's see how far it was before they saw, like... Let's actually go to, like, the airport, and then I'll just do, like, the backwards film. So let's do it from, like, over, I don't know, here. We just gotta wait for him to come over, like... Because remember, this is in reverse. This is like a reverse takeoff, pretty much. Here we come, here we come. Yep. Yep, see, we came up there. But we weren't hidden for that long. Or we were hidden for long. We weren't visible for that. It's not true. It'd probably be a while before you actually, like, weren't able to see. Let's see if we can, like, spot me. I still don't see me yet. Remember, we come from, like, over there. Yep. There I am. I was just hidden behind some trees, that's all. But then eventually we finally made it through the trees. And over there, we came around. Then we actually started like coming in for an approach. And then, you know, obviously the engines are running pretty slow at this point. And yeah, tried to go coming that way, but that wasn't happening. Alright. Well, that's it. That was the Aerial Oregon Tour. That was the last part. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I will see you guys for the next whatever series it is, whether it's or whatever stream. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care.